sweetheart.
about other things. Okay.
My darling friend. It feels weird you're going to interview me.
I know it's kind of funny, but so be it. It's
It's nice. It's
it's good.
nice.
It's great.
And I appreciate
So
it. But you
who
know,
dubbed you? Who dubbed you Marvelous? And when did that happen?
um, the first album, my A&R man, he liked the M's, and so he said, we're going to call it not just Marvelous Marilyn Maye. Oh, no, it was Meet Marvelous Marilyn Maye, which was my
Oh,
first album.
okay. Somehow I had
And
the
then,
feeling it had happened when you got to New York in the cabaret community, but that was a long time before that, and he knew what he was doing. And I know, every time I write something about you or say something about you, I'm in that situation of, okay, how many more adjectives can I come up with? Mesmerizing, scintillating,
I love everyone that you come up with,
a bolt
sweetheart.
of lightning, and it's like I gotta find some more that nobody heard of yet.
I
you
love
know
everyone.
you're
And
a
thank you for
very
that.
you're a very hip, um excuse me, 93-year-old interpreter of song.
Terrible, isn't it? Terrible.
uh, but but
93, God almighty. Just
you're
awful.
you're the epitome of the jazz chanteuse, and you're very fortunate. You've had a long, successful career on stage and recording. And I mean, think of all the places that you have been at here in New York. 54 Below, of course, being the top one, but we don't want to forget about Birdland and Dizzy's and the old Metropolitan Room and the Iridium, and you're like everywhere. And
54 below twice a year.
I know that. I know that. I was all ready to celebrate your birthday again there, but
I know.
I couldn't get to Florida, but I sure celebrated anyway. So you've got this remarkable energy, and where does it all come from, Marilyn?
You push, push, and I'm blessed, but also, there are times that I'm really, really tired, and I really have to muster and push. And I know that it's very necessary. It's a very energetic business, and it is a business, and I want it to continue. So in order for it to continue, I have to continue. So you push. The
Yeah.
packing and the unpacking are the worst part of it. The wonderful part is to walk on stage and sing, but that's not easy either. It's work, and it's fun work, but it is, you got to think about it, and it's not all fun and games. It's very, very uh, planned and studied and rehearsed, and it's not just 8 hours a day.
I know that. And of course, people in the business know that, but you pull it off as though, oh, it's so casual. I'm just going to get up on stage with Ted at the piano or Billy at the piano or whoever is at the piano and then some. And, it all pours out of you.
I want everyone to know that's watching that it is not just fun and games.
Now they definitely know it's not all fun and games, but
Right.
we love the way you pull it
Thank
off.
you, Sandy.
And
Thank you so
you
much.
know what? I tell you what I found amazing in the midst of this pandemic. You know, practically all the performers that we know have been on hold. Except for a small handful who've been
Oh,
doing their
yeah.
own thing here and there. But there you were. You were in P Town, and then
That was in
it's like, where's
September.
Marilyn? Oh, she's in P-Town. Oh, and then next week she's going to be at the Wick, for 4 nights, but they extended her for an extra night. So she had 5 nights at the Wick Cabaret Theater in Boca, all sold out. And I know that because so many of my friends were there.
They
And
were. I know
I
that. I'm
know,
so
I
grateful. The
know.
people that came from
And I
New
was
York,
so
and
jealous.
they came from Florida. Well, from Florida, yeah. They came from California. And I had friends come from Philadelphia, of course. And of course, well, I mean, I know them really well, so they better have been there. And Philadelphia, Atlanta, and Iowa. I had a contingency from Iowa. it was just a party. It was, we always say that it's a party, but it really was a wonderful party with all these beautiful people showing up.
I know, and of course, with you, it is always a party. I know that, but I mean, you kind of have already told us what inspires you. Um, so let me ask you something. If Do you think you've missed anything in your career? I mean, you've had this long career, and you've been singing all your life since you've been a kid, and you're looking back over the years and saying, yeah, but I wish I had maybe blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I wish I had been a household name. I wish that I was a megastar. And I wish that I really was known, that they would call Marilyn and it wouldn't just be Monroe. I wish they would say that as that they meant Marilyn Maye. I would like to have done that. And I was born too late. Had I been working, had I been known and recording in the 40s, I think my life would have been much more reaching everybody in the world. I am honored that I do reach people in Japan, and I reach people in Poland and around the world, but and in China. Um, I have an architect that is a big architect in China, but just the world. I would like to, that's selfish and egotistical, but I'm too old to be humble. I think it had to do with the style of music more than I'm singing the Great American Songbook that most of my peers do, and the people that I know and love, I think the Great American Songbook has the great lyrics, has the great melody lines, has the great stories that we have to tell the people. And when that audience is filled with music loving people and they love what we do, what greater reward.
But, the fact of the matter is that no one really tells the story as well as you do when you're
Thank you.
delivering a lyric and singing a particular song. And the thing that is something that I think we're all happy to see and look forward to are the number of young people who are now adapting, developing in the spirit of the Great American Songbook.
Right, right.
It's
More and more, there's young people in my audience. The Atlanta people that I mentioned that travel, and they come to Feinstein's 54 Below all the time when I do a show. And they came to Carmel, Indiana. We were just there at Feinstein's Cabaret, brand new club. And last weekend we were there, and there they were, and I said, "Oh my gosh, how do you even know?" Well, of course, the internet is a wonderful thing, and they said, "I want you to hear our teenage boy because he really can sing, and I want you to maybe work with him." So that's would be a great reward too. But they are so loyal. So they're young people. They have a teenager, but they're still young in in my category. And I think, in Florida, the people were so hungry for the music. They always respond beautifully, but at P-Town and in Florida, not only did they applaud and stand and all that as they usually do, but a lot of people cried. They were so thrilled to hear this music. And to, I do tell the story of the song, and they know that I love them and they return the love.
So let's talk about what's coming up.
We hope and pray that by October, Feinstein's 54 Below will be open so that we can do our 7 days there. So we're all keeping our fingers crossed about that. And yes, we're all doing that. And I am going to, as I say, I was just in Florida, and that was great, wonderful. And the people were so receptive to it all. And I did a master class there and had some good singers, and we really, that's very rewarding to me when I think I've made a difference in somebody's presentation and their performance. in 2 weeks. Well, May, May 20, 21, 22, 23 will be in Minneapolis at Crooners, where we were last October. They have two gorgeous rooms in their club. It's called Crooners, and but they also have a great big parking lot. So they bought a tent. Sandy, they bought a tent.
Yeah.
and, and and we perform in the tent. And I was just told by the owner that they now have purchased so that I don't have to go from the tent in way into the club to the dressing room. They now have purchased a big van that is, I guess it's a trailer kind of dressing room for me. So that's kind of lovely. I'll go directly to the dressing room. We don't do meet and greet.
Up and coming, and that's happening actually next week on May 8th. Marilyn Maye, Broadway, The May Way, streaming at 54 Below. So,
Well, let us hope that we will. I'm
yeah,
blessed and I'm
you will.
grateful for that.
You
And
will.
I'm blessed with friends like you and people that understand and love the music.
And love you. So,
Thank you.
Marilyn, I love you.
Thank you, Sandy.
It's been a great pleasure just sitting here and chatting with you. I wish I could just reach out and touch you and give you a hug and a kiss,
The
but
time will come soon.
that will
Thank
come
you.
soon. And I'll see you on Saturday, May 8th, twice.